everyone! On this episode of DV, we're taking you to a neighborhood adorned by a level of prominence few places in Hong Kong possesses. We're visiting an historical landmark and a picturesque residence nestled upon a nearby hillside framing the spectacular ocean view. After that, we explore the true value of a fading traditional craft, Chinese bone setting. Picking up from where their father left off, these siblings continue his legacy today. Then, we check in with a young practitioner who evolved his traditional training with a modern touch. But first, Marcus has us looking far and wide for him. Surrounded by nature's finest, from the acoustics of crashing waves and singing birds on the sun-soaked beach to the layered green mountains that sit as the backdrop, this community simply feels legendary. Looking closer at this iconic building and its finely crafted design, I liken this to roaming through a museum with each piece of architecture presented like a piece of art. Now tell me, where are we, Marcus?
I'm spending my day today in one of the most prestigious suburbs in Hong Kong. Let me give you some tips. This area is a long-standing favorite among residents and tourists alike. This opulent corner of Hong Kong has been a symbol of affluence and exclusivity since the early days of the colonial era. And this affluent neighborhood surely offers a lifestyle that many people dream of owning. I'm pretty sure by now you know where I am. All right, let's go explore more about this magical place.
Repost Bay Hotel. Originally built in 1920, this site went through a transformation in 1982, and that's where we are today. An inspiration for books and films alike, Repost Bay Hotel was even featured in the Oscar-winning film Coming Home in 1978, adding to its illustrious lore. Over the years, this landmark saw Repost Bay develop into a hotspot locals and tourists visited often. Being a part of this neighborhood has always carried more cachet. History tells us that.
For centuries, the southern district of Hong Kong was a collection of small fishing villages. It was not until the Hong Kong Golf Club opened in the area that the district started to develop a network of roads connecting to the inland of Hong Kong Island. Now, in the early 1900s, the Kadoorie family built the ever-iconic Ripos Bay Hotel to attract more visitors to the hotel, as well as the newly minted beach. As you could imagine, many of the guests are historical figures, including Ernest Hemingway, Marlon Brando, Princess Diana, Prince Charles, the former King of Spain, Juan Carlos, and many more. There is an undeniable charm about this place. I remember last time I visited was about 7 to 8 years ago, but it hasn't changed. It provides history, inspiration, and it just exudes a sense of timelessness. Now, the history of the place just makes it so much more attractive for people to visit and also to live, simply because they also want to be part of the legend.
Repost Bay Hotel's opening in 1920 was said to be unlike any hotel in Asia, promoting its location as the Riviera of the East. In 1927, revered as the one who introduced jazz to the Chinese, Whitey Smith and his band moved their act to the Repost Bay Hotel. One of the most prominent figures to stay here was novelist Ernest Hemingway and his wife Martha Gellhorn, who wrote a couple of stories for Collier's during their stay. 1950 marked the year Eileen Chang's novel Lust, Caution was written, later reimagined for the screen in Ang Lee's 2007 film of the same name. Sung Chun Khan opened the Repost Bay Tailors in 1959 until the demolition of the original hotel site in 1982, although it continued its operation in the city. When the hotel reopened in 1986, a replica of the original main lobby building of the hotel was built. Ushering in a new era with the same aura of distinction, Repost Bay continues to be a favorite among locals, visitors, and the elite of the city.
Repost Bay definitely entails a lot more than just natural beauty. It's actually filled with history, legends, and old stories. Now, coming back here as a visitor this site made me appreciate nature and the historical value of this place a lot more. We all know that in order to become successful, we need to believe in ourselves, never give up, and continue striving for greatness. But there's one more thing though. You will actually become who you surround yourself with. So I would say, why not surround yourself with beautiful things in life? So what considerations would you take when choosing a place to live? And how would you reflect the rich heritage of an area like Repost Bay? As you can see here with the main entrance, each of these gates are uniquely designed. They've certainly put a lot of effort and time into crafting every single detail from the outside in. It's almost like creating a piece of art. And let me tell you, that is just a little taste of what to expect. All right, I can't wait no more. I'm gonna go explore inside. Come with me.
Looking at the meticulous craftsmanship and elegant architecture, this gated community is like a collection of stately homes. I can't wait to see how they've designed the inside either, Marcus.
Wow, my eyes are immediately drawn to that magnificent sea view. But I'm gonna hold myself a little bit back and I'm gonna check out this area before I go in there. So this is the foyer and let's have a look. Oh, there's a kitchen inside. Very, very spacious kitchen. I love the color, love the countertop. And look at this huge fridge, double doors as well. And you can have your wines here. So if you love to hold parties, this is the kitchen you want to have. This is beautiful, this is gorgeous in my opinion. Everything is so sleek, so seamless. I love the design. Like if you love sea view and if you love, resort feeling all year round, this is definitely the place to be. All right, let's check out outside. Wow. Being here, you almost forget that Hong Kong is a concrete jungle. Like, there are actually many places in Hong Kong where you can enjoy nature. From here, where you can really appreciate the majestic view of Ripos Bay. Wow, this place is so spacious. Okay, I can see the ocean is over there, so I think I'm gonna check out this area first. This is a living room, I guess, on the second floor. Look how spacious it is. You know what, this is a good place for doing karaoke with the big screen and the nice long couch. Very, very nice. Ah, this is where you store all your favorite drinks. How convenient. I love it. And I think I'm in the master bedroom now. All right, check out this ensuite bathroom. Oh my God, look at the size. His and her sink. And oh, look, this jacuzzi. I guess this one would be the walk-in wardrobe. Very, very nice. And check out how spacious this bedroom is. All right, another cozy living space on the second level. And check this skylight out. My goodness. Again, huge windows with great views. And you know what? This would make a great guest bedroom. And I'm sure your friends will love you for it. All right, let's check out the other side. Another study. So I guess you can sign your important papers, your important deals on this table. Very, very nice. And I see there's a huge safe over there. Well, I guess if you live in a house like this, you would have a lot of things to put in the safe. Now, there's another bedroom here with the ocean view. I thought I've seen the master bedroom downstairs. Hang on a sec. No, this is the master bedroom. All right, check this out. Now, this must be the walk-in wardrobe because look at the size. Incredible. All right, right opposite, we got the master ensuite as well. My goodness, look at this giant bathtub. This must be the biggest bathtub that I've seen in my life. Ah, very nice little study area over here. And I just like, they have this little cozy living area here. You can wind down here every night before you go to bed and enjoy a good night's sleep. You know what, living here makes you want to go home every day. With these floor-to-ceiling windows, you get these commanding views over the bay and the South China Sea. I think this is a constant reminder of how important a great location is. Looking at it, you really get a sense of luxury. How's that for a good morning? You know what? That is the epitome of a stunning master bedroom. And next, we're going to check out the rooftop. I'm excited. Let's go. Wow. Just when you think the entertainment ends, it only gets better. Oh, check that out. So that's where the shimmering reflection came from. Very, very smart way of getting more natural light in with some special effects. Very nice. Wow. I think because we're another level up, so you get a totally different perspective of the ocean view. This is unobstructed and it's magnificent. Spending the day here in Ripos Bay really makes me think about what exactly prestige is. And I think prestige is an aura that emanates through time and increases in value with time. And I think you will agree with me that this residence really embodies that.
When I first came to Hong Kong, I fell in love with the city because of the amazing blend of traditional and modern and the culture. But what is culture? Is it what people practice, what they believe in? Long-standing traditions? It really depends on who you ask. But something also fascinated me. It's what I'm not familiar with, but is ubiquitous to the locals here. The traditional Chinese method of bone setting. What even is that? Today, let's talk with some of my friends who have strong beliefs of passing on knowledge from generation to generation, but also how it's evolved from its traditional roots.
Tita has been a staple of Hong Kong for decades, but has been losing visibility in recent years. It can't be easy finding one of these clinics, right, Lena?
Wow, Sifu, I think I'm really out of shape because these 8 flights of stairs are taking us up here, which I heard used to be the clinic, is that right? But what is the significance of Tita for you and your family?
由細到大，我阿爸咧都幫人醫鐵打、教功夫。
Right, so this used to be a place where people would get treatment for Tita and they would learn martial art. Well, I did hear that Tita and martial arts have a connection, and where did that connection come from?
因為學功夫咧，即係難免會有身體肢體碰撞。
Oh, so basically, if you did Tita, it would kind of be synonymous with learning martial arts because they both come hand in hand. So like, you can treat martial arts injuries with Tita and then vice versa. You can also keep learning and practicing because you always have a healing. How has Tita evolved from back then to today?
我哋比較傳統啦，我哋都係用翻以前嗰套嘅方式。咁但係今時今日醫鐵打嗰啲咧，可能有好多儀器。 佢哋會加咗落去。
You stuck with your family's traditional techniques, whereas the modern methods use more equipment. 雷師傅, so what is Tita?
鐵打咧，其實係我哋中國傳統傳承落嚟嘅一個正骨嘅手法嘅一樣醫術。
Oh, so it's a traditional Chinese method of bone setting. So where did you learn this from?
其實係跟我爸爸學翻嚟嘅。
Oh, so you learned it from your father, and he passed down his knowledge to you, generation to generation. My hand, it's really sore and tired because I use my mobile phone a lot. I use my computer, working from home. If it's like always having fatigue, how do I fix this?
呢啲都係勞損嘅啫。如果你係呢度骨痛啲嘅，咁我哋捽去呢度多啲啦。
Oh, so you use circular motions and long strokes to help my muscles be more relaxed and not as tightly wound up. Well, you know, I'm also really interested because you're a woman working in this male-dominated field. How do you feel about that? Is it like really hard?
如果你講而家咧，就其實都好多女仔做鐵打師傅噶啦。
哦，
即係我細個嗰陣時嘅年代咧，就係比較少啲啦。亦都有好多女士嚟睇咧，咁係希望揾翻嘅女嘅鐵打醫師。
There used to be not that many female practitioners, but because you want to carry on your family legacy, your dad's knowledge and traditions, and you're the eldest daughter, so you want to keep passing that on.
Right.
And a lot of female patients also look for a female practitioner. So that's great. This brown liquid here, what is that? It smells like traditional Chinese medicine.
呢個鐵打又係我哋爸爸佢自己研製，幫人捽完先再敷藥咯。
So this is your father's recipe, and it's been passed down, and it's used as part of the Tita treatment. Can I see how that's made? So can you share with me how did this go from making small batches at home to the operation that it is today?
係其實因為03年咧，香港政府咧就要我哋產品註冊，同埋要 set up 一間藥廠。
Oh, Oh, so it's because of government regulations that you had to move their operation from home to a factory. But can you tell me, because I'm really interested, how do you make this titayao?
要攞啲藥粉，咁稱好嗰個份量，跟住咧就倒落去個缸嗰度，咁浸一段時間，再放埋其他啲藥落去。
Oh, so there are just a few steps. First, you have to measure out the medicines correctly, and then you put it into a big vat to soak. And then you have to filter it out. So it soaks for quite a while before you add more medicine in. And then after you soak a bit longer and filter it again, then it's ready to be bottled. Well, I want to know, does everyone know how to make this recipe, or do you have your own recipe?
咁其實呢條方咧，我爸咧亦都喺呢幾十年裏邊咧不斷喺度調。
The recipe has been improved based upon your father's and what he thinks people need. That's really cool. What do you see in the future for titayao?
個過程實在係好艱苦，冇辦法拎錢我老豆啊嘛。第二個原因就係、如果佢鐵打油可以維持傳一代、兩代、三代都可能冇問題。
So a lot of the reasons why you want to keep it is because of your promise to your father. It's all because of family, your promise, and just keeping the tradition alive. I really respect that. Thank you for sharing.
What an amazing story of family, commitment, and the age-old tradition of hard work. Lena's off to the other side of the city, where she's going to find out how tita has evolved.
So Jasper, can you help me out here? I don't know the difference between chiropractic and tita.
Definitely. Chiro is more Western and tita is more Chinese, ancient stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, what's the difference? Like, what does each discipline treat?
They both treat the same thing, I believe, same concept. They both want to get rid of pain, just the betterment of the body as a whole. But I think Chiro focuses more on the spine, and Tita, they usually treat muscle pains with massages and a bit of medicine to get rid of the inflammation and help the body heal. So I think that's the biggest difference. Chiro, no medicine. But yeah, Tita, they use medicine.
What is it that you do?
I do a bit of everything, actually. We incorporate some adjustment, so like kind of bone setting, bone cracking, and then we do massages. And then we do a little bit of Chinese stuff like guatsa, but in the Western world, it's called instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization work. So it's the same thing, actually, essentially, to help mobilize the tissue.
Okay, and what is that called that you do?
I call it manual therapy.
Manual therapy, that sounds really interesting. It sounds like something I really need. Can I try that?
Definitely, let's go.
Let's go.
So from my experience, traditional Tita seafood would usually just massage you. After the massage, they'll give you some medicine to put on for inflammation. And for traditional chiro, they focus on your spine, because chiro believes all the issues originate from the spine. So they crack your back. But in modern day chiro, they do more soft tissue work as well, because they have evolved to believe that soft tissue work is really important for fixing the issue, and which is what we do as well. From how you were standing before, I noticed that your mid-back has a lot of tension over there. So I believe you have, when I press down on your muscles,
Yeah,
is it really
right
tender?
there.
Yeah. And what I started with massage to take the tension off, and for like when we do adjustments, it will be easy on the body as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
It usually is tighter at my lower back, but then recently my middle back actually did get very tight. I don't know why.
Because from what I noticed, your pelvis is always pushing forward, and then first the tension accumulates here.
Right.
And then as you try to balance yourself out, your mid-back kind of trying to pull everything together, and everything is just locked right here. And then, so you should slowly, gradually feel pain in your mid-back more often. So I'll give you an adjustment now in the upper thoracic region. Make sure you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So just relax. Now do the other side too.
Ooh, I felt that.
Can I do the other side as well?
Oh,
okay.
That was good.
Great, man.
Wow, Jasper, I actually feel brand new after trying that treatment. Like, I actually believe now that when you blend different treatments together, it actually is the best of all worlds.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, that was great. Actually, I'm curious. I know that this industry is actually quite traditional, and I see a lot of older people in it, but why did you decide to go into it?
Yeah, I've tried different treatments before, and they're all very useful, but there are some aspects of me that they weren't able to fix. It was just there, and somehow met my seafood, like, and then she fixed me. And she was my practitioner at the time. And then as I grow older, I came back and I decided to ask her if she would take an apprentice.
Is it easy to get into this industry? Do people have to take a lot of schooling or get accreditation or?
Well, there are a lot of people that take on different paths. So like myself, I started off as an apprentice, and then I took some Chinese bone setting courses, like short ones. And then I practiced here, and then I met people who took on the physiotherapy path.
I see.
Yes.
And what would you say is the most rewarding for yourself as a manual therapist?
For me, personally, I say helping people, definitely. See patient walk out happy, and then they're more mobile, then they come in, so that is really rewarding.
I really like being fixed and adjusted because it gives me a lot of relief and release. And that's why I really embrace traditional techniques being improved on with modern techniques. We had problems today that we didn't have before. Modern problems, technology, which causes us to hold mobile devices. We work from home, office, back problems, neck problems, they're everywhere. That's why I really encourage people to, when they're seeking treatments, be open-minded because you never know what might help you.